Hi guys, this is an updated video on the new daily tokens system that's been released in DFFOO Global. I decided to do a second video because there were some flaws in my initial analysis. For one thing, the daily login bonus that I used in my first video is outdated and is not accurate. And on a smaller scale, in my first video, I calculated the value based on a 7-day cycle, but it is actually a bit more accurate if you count on an 8-day cycle because the daily login bonus is reset every 8 days as opposed to 7 days. Also, I decided to change the way that I do the calculation and comparisons, and I hope that the way that I do it in this video is hopefully a little bit easier to actually see. Now, I know most people will actually be more interested in what the summary is rather than going through all the math and such, so I decided to just put a summary at the start. My opinion and view on the daily tokens still doesn't change, in that I actually think that the new system is a big win over the old system. If you are a premium Mock Pass user, it's really no contest. The new system is better because overall you actually get more daily tokens than you did in the past, in terms of value at least. If you are free to play or you are a basic Mock Pass user, the new system is still better if you are interested in specific rewards. For example, if you are interested in tickets, then the new system is definitely a win. If you are interested in some of the premium freebies such as the enhancement points, then the new system is also obviously a win because the old system doesn't have some of the premium rewards. However, if for some reason you are free to play or you are basic Mock Pass and every week you want a mix of potions, tomes, power tokens and tickets, then actually the old system is better. However, I think majority of players fit more into the first two categories. And if you are interested in the comparison, then stay tuned for the rest of the video. You can also use the timestamp to skip ahead to the last slide, because the last slide actually puts it into, at least in my view, into a very nice context. First things first, one thing that we all have to see and acknowledge is that the value of one hunt token is not really the same as the value of one daily token. Moving forward, we will no longer be getting hunt tokens and everything is actually converted into daily tokens. Now, if you look into the actual rewards in both the hunt token shop and the daily token shop, generally in terms of the items you can exchange for, one hunt token ranges in value between 2 to 3 daily tokens. To make calculations easier, I will take the upper bound of this assumption, which is one hunt token is equivalent to 3 daily tokens. For most part, I think this is the most accurate because the more popular rewards such as tickets and power tokens in the both shops are a 3:1 ratio. In terms of the daily login bonus, I put here side by side for easy comparison what we used to have versus what we now have with the daily tokens. Currently, in an 8-day cycle, we get 20 daily tokens and 400 gems. Previously, we also get 400 gems per 8-day cycle, and we get a plethora of different freebies such as the ×2 books, 10,000 gil, 1 ticket, 1 potion, and 3 power tokens. If I were to convert those freebies into daily token value, they would equate to 24.4 value of daily tokens, not counting the 10,000 gil because the 10,000 gil cannot be traded for in daily token shop. However, this doesn't really mean that the old system is better, because don't forget that essentially now we also get 3 additional daily tokens when we do our daily mission, and this is a clear addition versus what we had before. So in a way, you can also consider that 3 daily tokens are shifted from daily login bonus to the daily mission, making the difference actually smaller than 4.4. So if all things considered, which is the daily login, the hunt tokens, and the daily mission, what do we actually get now versus what do we actually get before? I've put it all on this one slide for easy reference. Per 8-day cycle, in the old system, you used to be able to get roughly 18 hunt tokens. You would be getting 24.4 daily tokens in the form of freebies from the login bonus. And if you convert the hunt tokens into 3 daily tokens, this means that in the old system, we used to be able to get 78.4 so-called daily tokens per 8-day cycle. In a new revamped system, you get 20 tokens from the daily login, you get 24 tokens from the daily mission, and you get 18 tokens from the hunt missions. This totals to 62 daily tokens, with a special side note that if you do buy the premium mock pass, you get plus 24 for a total of 86 daily tokens instead. On the surface, for free-to-play players, it may seem that the old system is better because technically you get 78.4 value worth of daily tokens, whereas in the new system you only get 62 daily tokens. However, this is going to be a flawed assumption if you think about it this way, because as you can see on the left hand side, out of this 78.4 daily tokens, 24.4 of it is locked in to freebies that you do not have control over. Whereas now, in the new system, the daily tokens, all 62 of your daily tokens can be used to purchase whatever freebie that you want. And out of this, there are also additional so-called premium freebies that we never had before. So that should also be taken into consideration. So I think this is a better way to look at this. In the old system, for every 8 days, we used to be able to get 19 tickets or 1 ticket plus other items that you could potentially redeem for in the hunt shop. However, in the old system as well, you are forced to actually collect every 8 days 12 tomes, 10,000 gil, 1 potion, and 3 power tokens. Essentially, that means that 24.4 of your daily tokens are locked in choice. You don't have a say and you are forced to redeem stuff like potions and gil. And out of it, only 54 value worth of daily tokens are free choice. In the new system, all 62 tokens, as I mentioned, are free choice. So essentially this means that in every 8 days, if you convert all 62 tokens into the freebie of your choice, you could choose something like getting like 20.6 tickets every 8 days, or you can choose to get like 62 tomes if you want, or 155 potions, or really any combination that you want. The benefit here is that you choose what freebie that you want based on your needs. This is already a huge advantage because some of the freebies that we used to get, such as potions and of course the gil, and some of the tomes like the ×2 gil tome, is really worthless in the game. You get tons of potions from other means, and gil can be extremely easily farmed in the Golden Cactuar quest anyway. On top of this, as I briefly mentioned, we now also get access to premium items such as BT tokens, high armor ingots, enhancement points, and force fragments. And these are very attractive items for some players, especially those who are free to play. Yes, they cost a ton, but the idea is that you now have access to these as an option, whereas in the past you do not. On top of this, in the old system, the hunt shop is capped at 40 hunt tokens, which means that every 2-3 weeks or so, you have to purchase something. Whereas now, the cap for daily tokens is 99,999. So essentially, you can hoard as many daily tokens as you want and use them when you need them. This is especially alluring for the so-called premium items. I mentioned this in my first video as well, but I'll mention it here again because it is a valid point. There are many people who did not appreciate that the premium items cost a lot. For example, the BT tokens are 200 daily tokens worth. So if you're only getting 62 tokens every 8 days, this means that you need like 25 or 26 days to redeem one BT token. And technically, it will take you a long time to get 50 BT tokens for one full BT. But that's not the point. The point is that, at least in my mind, the premium items are there if you somehow need them quite desperately. And some examples are like, if you're at 49 out of 50 BT tokens and you really need that one additional BT token, in the old days you have to just wait until the next event and hopefully get a BT token there. Now you at least have a choice to redeem it now. Same goes for stuff like the enhancement points as well. In the old days, if you really need enhancement points to max out a character but you are at 0, you don't really have a choice. You have to wait for the next event to farm more enhancement points. Now at least you also have the choice of redeeming for enhancement points with your daily tokens and potentially maxing out that character sooner rather than later. While the cost is steep, I think getting the actual option to do so has inherent value. Also, as you can see on the first bullet point across both the old system and the new system, if really what you want is just a very specific item, and I think most people here will use tickets as an example. If all you want is tickets out of the freebies, then the new system is still better even if you are free to play, because now you can at least redeem more tickets per 8 days than you could before. The downside of the old system is that some of the freebies that you are forced to collect really is not needed. In my example at least, I don't really need the 10,000 gil, I don't need the 1 potion, and I don't need the 3 power tokens. And of the 12 tomes, I think the only one that I would be vaguely interested in using would be the item book and maybe the experience book. And really, out of those items, essentially if you are not using them, then they actually have 0 value. Whereas in the new system, you get at least 2 daily tokens, or in some days 4 daily tokens instead, which will always have value. That's it for this video. Apologies for some of the inaccuracies in my first video, but I do hope that at least with this information and this calculation, it's much clearer to see that the new daily token system should be more advantageous and more beneficial to a vast majority of players. Hope this video has been helpful, and as always, if you enjoy the content, do leave a like, comment or subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!